Hi everyone.
Hello.
So I'm here with my husband Dan to do a live and I put a question box earlier today for you guys to ask him any questions, and so I've got the list of questions in front of me right now, and yeah, we might ask him the questions. Are you nervous?
A little bit.
Hello everyone. If you are here, hi,
Hi
hi.
everyone.
And if you are here with your husbands or partners, hi as well. Let us know in the comments if you are watching with if you manage to get your husband or partner to watch it with you. Yeah, I'm just gonna have a look and see. Hi, hi, hi. So we might just get started with the first question. Did I mention your name? His name is Dan.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Dan.
A bit nervous.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Let's get started.
Yeah, let's get started. Okay. So the first question is by Haley. Haley asks you, how does he feel about messy play? Cause my hubby hates it. What have you got to say?
Uh, yeah, to be honest, I hate it too. but but there are benefits to messy play. And I leave it up to you to do the messy play. But there are obvious benefits from messy play that I can see. I can see the kids really enjoy it as well. And with the right strategies, it can be managed. And I think you teach about it in your
Yes, yes.
In your
I,
course
I
as well,
cover
yeah.
I cover mass management strategies in PPA in module 2. But yeah,
Mm.
you don't really like it?
No, not really. So in a day-to-day sense, I don't really do the messy play stuff. I'll just let Jules handle most of it.
You let me do it?
Yeah, so stuff like Play-Doh and
Yeah, Play-Doh
sand
and sand
and all that.
and
Yeah.
paint
And paint. I just let her do
and
it.
yeah, you just let me do it.
Yeah, I just play with the fun stuff, magnetiles and.
Alright, so there you go. He doesn't like it as well. And he just leaves it to be. Alright, let's move on to question 2. Question 2 is by I didn't write the name of the person who asked this question, but someone asked, do you guys find that you play with the kids in different ways and take on different play roles?
Yes, we do. Yeah. Because I'm from an engineering background. I'm a civil engineer by
Profession?
Profession. Yeah, yeah. And so I'm more like buildings and construction and that sort of thing. So I find that the way I play with the kids is I like to build stuff with them. So if they wanna build a building or whatever with their magnetiles, I'll do that with them. And yeah, so my way of playing is more on the
Construction kind of play.
yeah, because I like to I like to build and like to construct, and the way I play is I help the kids see what's possible.
What's
I guess.
possible, yeah. Because I'm not very good at the building. I'm not very good at the construction kind of thing. And so like I guess we have a lot of those fine motor kind of toys where those like little bits and pieces that you join together kind of thing, connector pieces, and even things like Lego and Duplo and stuff like that. Like I'm not the best at creating with them, but he is, and so he spends a lot of time just building and constructing and creating with the kids.
You know, you shared with me before, like you find it hard to see the end product when you're building.
When I'm building, yeah.
Yeah. But for me, I find it easier to see the end product and work backwards, and that's how I help the kids get to the end product. Like for example, if the kids want a tower, I can see what a tower will look like in my head, and then I'll work backwards and help them that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a word for it. I think it's spatial something. Spatial awareness.
Spatial awareness. Is it?
Yeah. I don't have any spatial awareness. So yeah. Yes, so we do play with the kids in different ways, and actually something like I mentioned in the masterclass on Thursday as well, that there is value, because I think someone asked a question during the masterclass about what if your child is, you know, always asking you to play a certain thing that your child is interested in, and you find it so boring. And I mentioned during the class that it's totally fine that your child only wants to play a certain thing, and it's also fine for you to I guess bring your own interests to expose your children to your own interests as well, because we are all so different, we are also uniquely different. And so for instance, like for my passion is doing all those creative more activities with my kids, and so like I do a lot of painting and all that kind of thing, but I am not I don't enjoy being in the kitchen, for instance. And I used to always imagine that I would be the mom that like to spend lots of time in the kitchen, but I am not that kind of mom at all. But there are people who enjoy baking, enjoy cooking, and so there is no harm, and there's so much value in having your passions, for you to share your passions with your children. And so that relates to how I guess each of us play with the kids as well, because there's so much value that he brings to playing with the children, and there's so much value that I bring to the kids that wouldn't be there if we were to only do like one particular thing, for instance. So yeah, I hope that has answered that question.
Yeah, so if there's any advice I'd like to give to the partners is just utilize your strengths, I guess. Utilize your strengths, utilize your background. And
yeah. Like if you enjoy carpentry, woodworking, I know there are a lot of partners out there who are like great at DIYs, that kind of thing, you know.
Really handy.
Yeah, really handy. You're not very handy.
Not very.
No. And so I always wish he would, you know, make all those DIY kind of thing for me, but he can't, no. But so if your partners, your husbands are great at those things, get them to, you know, make things, do woodworking, do carpentry, do, I don't know, gardening, whatever, you know, use their strengths, use their interests, and that would be so valuable for both parent and child. All right, let's move on. Who do the kids like playing with more?
Me.
Who do the kids like playing with more? I have to say him as well, but I feel like that's not a very fair question, because the kids hardly see him. The kids only spend the most time with me, right? Like 24 hours, 7 days a week, they spend time with me. And so whenever we are both at home together, they only want that, which is totally fine by me. I don't feel upset at all, okay guys? I don't feel upset at all, because, you know, after having like the entire day with them, like I'm quite happy to just relax and take the back seat and let them just climb all over him. So yeah, who do the kids like playing with more? I don't mind that they like playing with you more when we're both together. Yeah, I'm just gonna see. What did I do? Oh dear. Yeah. Just gonna scroll and have a look at the comments to see if any of you have added the questions. I'll be fine. Lizzie says I'll be fine with that too. Alright, moving on. Question number 4. Do you coach Dan on how to play with the kids, or does he has his own style? So like I think we mentioned a little bit before already.
Kind of covered it.
Yeah, but I think I might just add one point here, because here this question here by Nicole with the word coach, right? Because obviously I'm a play coach, I'm a parenting coach. I coach parents, you know, how to play with their children. So do I coach him? The answer is no, I don't coach him. Why? Because I guess it's different, because we are partners, you know, we are a team, we are husband and wife. And the thing is like, as I said before, there's so much value that he will bring to the children's play as well. And so the reason why I don't coach him is because I want him to enjoy playing with the kids. And when I actually see him playing with the kids, being intentional with spending time with them, I don't want to coach him. I don't want to tell him like, oh, you know, you're not doing it the right way. I'll give you an example, okay? So earlier today, he was actually drawing with the girls, right? And my 4-year-old asked him to draw a butterfly. And so he drew a butterfly for her, and then she started saying, okay, can you draw another butterfly for me? And so whatever she asked him to do, he just drew it for her. And I was watching, and I was thinking in my head, oh, that's not the way I would do it. Because if my 4-year-old were to ask me, Mommy, can you draw a butterfly for me? My answer would be, oh, you want to draw a butterfly? Let's see how we can draw a butterfly together. Maybe we should look at a book. Let's see what how does a butterfly look like. Let's see if we can find a butterfly in the book. Let's see what shapes the wings are. You know, let's figure out. So basically, I'm always coaching my girls to get the skills to actually do things themselves. And so when I saw him just straight on drawing things for them, in my head I was like, there's no way I would do that if they asked me to draw it. But I didn't say anything to him. Like, you don't know that I was thinking all this earlier just now. No, he was just happily enjoying time with them. And so that is precious. That is something that I want to encourage. And so I guess when you see your partners doing, until now, so I guess what I want to say is when you see your partners doing things like, you know, engaging with your kids, just spending time with the kids, just, I guess, celebrate that and just let that just encourage that by not discouraging it, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I want him to know that he's valued and he's important, his role is important. And even though it might not be the way that I do it, it's fine, it's totally fine, because like I said before in the previous question, like we said before, there is value in how both of us do things. So like the kids learn, if he is drawing for them, they learn how to draw like a perfect butterfly. But when they do it with me, they will learn like the skills, and they will learn that they can do it themselves. And so they learn different things with different parents. Alright, okay, let's see. They say it's very refreshing to hear that we should celebrate rather than coach. Yes, exactly. Like, yeah, that's how I see it. Because I just want to encourage that relationship in all our family, like, you know, between husband and wife, between the father child, yeah, that kind of relationship. So I hope that the answer was helpful. All right, next question from I forgot to write the person's name as well. But this question, my husband feels a play yard is necessary for baby safety. I feel it's too cluttered. I don't know what a play yard is, but I'm guessing it's like a playpen. My husband feels a playpen is necessary for baby safety. I feel it's too cluttered.
So to be honest, when we saw this question, we were like, how do we approach this? So we just want to be very careful to say that we're not qualified to advise on safety, any issues on safety. So anything to do with safety, we want to be very careful, and want to encourage you to it varies from family to family what you're comfortable with. So we encourage you guys to talk it out. Just make sure that you guys
are both on board.
Yeah, both on board and both understand. So we're not qualified to coach you on safety, but obviously in PPA you teach about the environment as well, setting up the environment. So if your concern is more on clutter and how to manage clutter, Jules can help you with that.
So I cover setting up the environment. There's an entire module focused on how to set up the environment in an inviting way, in a safe way, in a way that caters for multiple ages of children in the family as well. So if you're interested, we cover that in PBA. Alright, let's move on. I might just wait. There's a couple of questions here first. What if my husband is distracting my son's play? By Chacha. What if my husband is distracting? Can you I guess,
I think if
what do you mean by distracting?
okay, from what I understand from the question is you think that this is by question by Chacha? Yeah, okay.
What if my husband is distracting my son's play?
Yeah, so from what I understand from the question is, okay, your son is playing in a certain way, and your husband jumps in and tells your son what to do, like the right or wrong way to do things.
Yeah.
So we cover that in PPA as well, the roles of the parent, but basically I would say maybe have a chat with your husband and see his intentions. What are his intentions behind you may see it as distracting your son. You may see it as your husband is distracting your son's play, but he may not see it that way. He may just think that he is helping.
Yeah.
And so by opening up a conversation, maybe you guys can be able to can sort it out that way, and just have a conversation so that he can see your point of view as well.
Yeah. We always have conversation.
Yeah, just have a conversation about that. And if you need more help, Jules can help you. We cover that in PPA as well.
Okay, let's move on. Number 6. Then, what has Jules learned from you about parenting?
I don't know. You tell me.
What have I learned?
Everything.
I think I have learned that I shouldn't interrupt. I teach inside of PPA the importance of not interrupting children's play, and I'm very good at that. I'm very good at not interrupting children's play, but I have to say that I'm not very good at not interrupting them when they're talking. So like which he gets really annoyed at, like when my kids are talking, or sometimes when he's talking, because I'm an extrovert, and so I get really excited when they're trying to say something. I'll be like, oh, so do you mean this, and he's always like, let them finish what they want to say. Right
Just like how I'm letting you finish.
So yes, well, that's one thing I learned from him, I guess, to not interrupt the kids when they are talking. And another thing that I learned from him about parenting is that I guess it's okay to do things for our kids even when they can do it. So this is something I struggle with, I guess, because like with my 4-year-old, she is very capable of doing a lot of things, but she has a very sensitive nature, and so a lot of times she will get really upset, and she'll want ask me, because I spend the most time at home with them, she'll want me to do things for her, and I'm always like, no, you can do it by yourself. Like, I'm always very encouraging, but I say you can do it for yourself, and he's trying to tell me that even though she can do it by herself, the reason why she wants you to do it for her is not because she can't do it, it's because she just feels like that's how she feels connected to you, I guess. For instance, like you know, she can totally dress herself, but my 4-year-old loves to ask me to dress her, and so he's been trying to tell me that it's okay to dress her when even though she can do it by herself, because it's just, I guess, for her, she just wants that connection still, and that is, I guess, her way of wanting me, I guess, to connect with her. So that is something I'm learning. Like guys, I'm not perfect. Like yeah, we're always talking, and we're always I guess telling each other things that we notice that the other person has done, and how we can get better. And so yeah,
we're not perfect. I mean, we're far from it.
From it.
But yeah, we're constantly learning, I guess.
Yeah.
Just constantly wanting to improve.
Yeah. Cool. Let's see. I think there's another question here. My husband is constantly giving the kids what they want when they have a tantrum.
It's another hard question because it almost falls into a behavioral type of question that
we're not qualified to answer. I think there were a couple of questions with regards to tantrums and meltdowns that came up during the masterclass, and I was really honest in telling everyone that I myself feel like I really struggle with managing my children's tantrums, and when they have tantrums that relates to play, like anything that relates to play kind of thing, I feel like I can manage it really well. Like when children fight about toys kind of thing, like I am totally calm. I can totally manage the situation. But when it comes to things like I mentioned earlier, wanting me to dress her, that kind of thing, and then she has a meltdown because I don't want to dress her because I think that she can do it by herself. Like that is something I am still learning. That is something I'm still working on. And so I feel like I'm not very qualified to answer that kind of question, like what to do when they have a tantrum, because oh gosh, it's hard, guys. It's hard. I understand. So I don't know. There could be other people, I guess, who are more qualified to answer that kind of question. So I think we might give that question a miss. Sorry.
Okay.
All right, let's
quickly
keep
fire
going.
through these two questions.
Do you know how to and which toys to rotate? Do you do rotation?
No, I don't.
No, he doesn't. I do it.
Yeah.
I do it.
So the point here, I guess, is to trust your partner. Trust the expert.
Trust the expert. That's right. And also because he's not really home a lot. Anyway, I spend most of the time with the kids. I know the kids' interests and all that. So if he's not there, he wouldn't know how to rotate as well. He wouldn't know what the kids are interested in, and it's fine. I'll do it.
Yeah. No, I just trust her. I just know that she knows what she's doing, and just let her handle it.
Do you enjoy setting activities up for the children? I guess it's the same as the previous question.
I just use whatever that's there.
Not that he doesn't enjoy it, but he just doesn't have to, I suppose, because I'm there, and
you're right.
I just have to do it, and I'm not I have to do it, but I get to do it, and so he doesn't have to. And so all right, moving on. This is a question from Suyen. How would I be able to pique my husband's interest to learn more about this approach? I'm thinking you were referring to about play, the play-based approach. How do you get your husband interested in this? And I think what do you have to say about that?
This is a great question. Very good question. And Suyen just joined us.
I think so. I think Suyen just joined us in PPA as well.
Okay.
So if Suyen, if you're watching this, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to be able to answer this question more in depth for you inside of PPA.
Okay.
But
to everyone else who's watching, so I imagine your husband thinks that play and all these child related things is left to the wife to do, kind of thing. That's why they don't have the interest. Actually I used to be like that also. I used to be early on in our marriage, I used to have the mindset that everything is black and white. It's either your role or my role. There's no mixed things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if it's laundry, then it's me.
If it's dishes,
it's you, kind of thing.
If it's paying bills, it's you.
Yeah, paying bills is me, that kind of thing. And maybe this has come from that kind of that kind of mindset, that kind of thinking. I don't know. I'm guessing, but what I would say is for me, I feel like my interest is not from, it doesn't come from being interested in play itself, per se. You know what I mean? Like I'm not interested in play.
Yeah.
I don't read books about play. I don't go and research about play and that sort of thing. But
I don't even talk to you about play.
No.
I don't like tell him, no, look at the benefits of play though, look at the benefits of fine motor activities. Like I don't
Top
talk
10
to him.
benefits of fine motor activities.
No, I don't talk to you about all that.
No, but for me, I feel like my interest comes from a point of view where I just feel like I want to be a better parent. I just feel like I want to be a better father, a better dad. And I see the benefits of play. I see what my kids are doing. I see what my kids are learning. I see the the benefits. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. And therefore I am interested in letting my kids play rather than being interested in play.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
I think it makes sense.
Okay.
That's really good.
Very good? Okay.
I
I don't know how to try.
I don't know. Is it good? Do you guys feel like he answered that question?
Yeah.
How would I be able to pique my husband's interest?
Yeah. I haven't answered the question yet. I kind of I set it up, but I haven't answered the question. So to answer your question, how am I able, how would I be able to pique my husband's interest? I guess again, we talked about this earlier. Have conversations, have constant conversations about it, right? Have conversations about how the benefit, the just everything, what is it, just as you would
any other thing.
Yeah, as you would any other thing. You talk about movies, you talk about every other thing, all the stuff that's happening around the world. But you can talk about this as well. What your kids are learning. What
do you know she did this today?
Yeah.
Do you know she started multiplying today, which is true, by the way. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we talked about this.
We talked about this earlier during dinner, because suddenly he just realized that my 4-year-old could do multiplication, so like that was crazy.
Yeah. So to give you all some practical tips, you can have date nights, I guess, to talk about play and talk about
what the children are doing during play, I guess. Or unless you don't want to talk about kids during date nights, then don't. But
the other practical tip is to document the stuff, the play that your kids are doing.
Like take photos, take videos of what the kids are doing in the day, and then like share it with your partner. Like, gosh, she's playing with these magnetiles, but can you see that there is like some patterning going on here? Can you see like there is
So not just share, but also break it down a little bit more as well. So if your husband is anything like me, I'm more analytical. I like to analyze and more logical. So I want to see
cause you think I'm not logical?
Not as much as me. So if your husband is anything like me, he will like to see, just more just break it down for him.
Okay.
Break it down.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, we cover off in PBA.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, but you know, there I've got a couple of members inside of PPA who actually watch the lessons inside of PPA as a date night activity. So I think that's just that's just so sweet. Like, yeah, when one of the couple of the members told me that they watch our my lessons together with their husbands and partner, so that they are both on learning together and on the same page as together as a date night activity. I think that is so cool. Like, oh, just melts my heart. All right. I think we've answered that question to the best of our ability. All right. Finally, yeah, we're down to the last question, guys. How do you share your?
If you have any more questions,
yeah,
just pop it into the chat. Yeah.
All right. Last question. How do you share your child development research with him? I struggle to pass along everything I'm learning. Like I said earlier, I have a lot of knowledge. I have a lot of research and all that knowledge, I guess, about child development. I don't pass anything on to him, in terms of like, you know, you need to learn about fine motor skills. You need to learn about gross motor skills, the value of this and that. Like, I don't tell him all that, because there is really no need for him to know all those things. The only thing I want is for him to, you know, hang out with the kids, engage with the kids, be present with the kids, and so when he does that, like, does he really need to know? He doesn't have to know, and yeah, that's what I think.
Okay. What I would say is find out what's important to him in terms of the kids. Like, is he interested in the kids learning or happiness, or whether the kids are creative or stuff like that. So you don't have to pass on everything you know to him, but maybe in those specific areas he will be more interested to know it.
Oh, actually, I have got one point. You know, in PPI, I teach about the value of role modeling for your children. And so, like, you know, children are always learning. They're like sponges and absorbing all the time. And so when you actually role model, it's so much more valuable when you show them how to do certain things. For instance, when you show them like just role modeling things, it's more powerful than if you were to actually teach them. And so the same goes with your husbands and partners as well. You know, like if you want your husband to, you know, learn the value of certain things, right? Don't underestimate the role that you have in role modeling. Like, you know, when you yourself, you know, sit down and engage with the children in a certain way, for instance, the things that you say and the things that you do, they are there, like, listening and observing, and they are just eventually gonna, whatever that you do and say, it's just gonna rub off on your partner as well. You know, I can just think of one example, like when I like to, you know, say when our kids are quarreling and stuff like that, fighting, something that we always emphasize in our household is kindness. Like, we always tell our kids, you know, is that kind? Like, no, the way that you are speaking to mommy and daddy, the way that you are speaking to your sister, is that a kind thing? Is that a kind thing to do, right? And so I was the one who started it. Like, he never really spoke about kindness and all that. And I kept on using that a lot, because that was how I guess I did it with my kinder children as well. Back when I was a teacher, I talked about that a lot. You know, like, is that kind? Is that how we speak to our friends? Is that how we speak to our mommy, daddy, everything? And I noticed, like, you know, gradually, like, I think after like weeks and months and all, it's like suddenly he started using those language as well, you know, with the kids. Like, I just noticed one day, it's like, oh my goodness, you are actually saying like that to the kids as well. And so I guess don't underestimate the power of just you yourself doing it. And because when the more you do it, right, it really rubs off, and especially when the thing that you do has value, people can see it, you know, there is no need to, you know, force it down their throats and say, you know, play is so important, like, you really don't have to do it. Like it's more like osmosis. Is that right? Osmosis. I that was a science term I learned long time ago. But yeah. I hope that answered that question. Alright, so let me just check again. Thank you for your honesty. Thumbs up. Thanks, guys. I like this point. Métis says, I like this point of role modeling. So true. Yes, it's so true. So if there is no more questions, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. So
Just got one more.
Oh, you have one more point? Okay.
Yeah, I'll just end with this. I was preparing and thinking about tonight's session, and I was just reminded of one story of an interaction I had with my friend a couple of months ago actually. This friend, they're expecting their second child. They've got one child. They're expecting their second, and he was just a little bit apprehensive and a bit worried about having multiple children, and he asked me this question. He said, I see that you guys have 3 kids. How do you not screw up your children?
Say that again. How do you not
screw up your children?
How do you not
forgive
screw
the
up?
language, but
how do you not screw up your children? Okay.
Yeah. So I just thought it's a very interesting mindset to be in, to come from a very defensive mindset. You know what I mean? Like, how do we make sure that they are not terrible?
How do we make sure they're not terrible? Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought about it, and I shared with him. I said, I think that shouldn't be the mindset. I think that you should approach this from a mindset of, how do we give them the best possible? So flip it around, rather than a defensive mindset.
Instead of not screwing up.
Yeah. How do we make sure that they are the best possible kids that they can be? Yeah, and what is our role
in contributing to getting our kids to be the best that they can be. Their fullest
exactly
potential.
Right. Yeah. So I just want to leave you guys with that thought, that just as you're going through this journey of parenthood. I mean, we're not perfect as well, but we struggle as well. But I just want to encourage you guys to approach it from a winning mentality.
Winning mentality.
Yeah, winning mentality. Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, that give you
want to give them the best.
Yeah.
And not how you can prevent them from becoming the worst.
Correct. Yeah.
I think that's a great way to end, guys. Thank you so much for doing this for the audience, the community of Stories of Play. Thank you.
If anyone has any questions, I volunteered this, by the way. Wasn't her idea, but if anyone or any of your partners have any questions and want to speak to me, yes, I am volunteering this. You can email me.
Email you? Really?
Yes, you can.
Get your partners to email him.
Email me.
And he will speak to them.
I will speak to them. Yeah. My email is dan@storiesofplay.com. Okay, nice and easy, remember?
dan@storiesofplay.com.
Yeah, more than happy to share my perspectives, my point of view, and
yeah. Alright, cool. I think we're just gonna end it right here. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and if you guys are watching on the replay, thank you for watching the replay as well. So yes, currently I thought I'll just quickly say that PPA is open for enrollment as well, only until Monday, and we would love to have you join us if you are interested and you're keen, and I would love to do this journey with you. Alright, good night guys. Bye.
Bye.